Myers Metal Detectors, located in sunny Tampa, Florida, where we sell nothing but fun and adventures, treasure hunting gear, and anything you can imagine for metal detecting. Give us a call, 813-237-1939. Happy hunting and dig deeper.
Live from sunny Florida, it's Treasure Talk.
Welcome, friends.
Welcome again. Let's hope everything's working fine.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Treasure Talk. And we got a wonderful show. I hope our guest joins us soon to make it even better.
Yeah, it would, being as how she's a star attraction for tonight. I don't know. The link has been sent. I don't know what the problem is, unless the troll we had haunting us and messing around. I don't think it. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, well, we'll just go ahead and just hope for the best, Jeff. So we got a lot of stuff to cover anyway, so let's get started. Of course, today's show is brought to you by your friends at Myers Metal Detectors, where we sell fun and adventure. And of course, the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed here on Treasure Talk belong to the guest and the member only, and not necessarily Phil Myers, Jocelyn Myers, Myers Metal Detectors, or Jeff Mullen. And of course, the purpose of Treasure Talk is to promote the hobby of metal detecting and treasure hunting and to educate our members in a fun, informative manner.
It is indeed. It is indeed. And this has been, this will go down in the annals of that was the week that was.
Yes. So why don't we just tell folks that you're not a cryptocurrency specialist or a Bitcoin specialist. Let's just put that out there right now.
Yeah, everybody that you see this up here, it's white. That means I'm old. That means I like cash. I do not deal in Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, anything like that. As many of you do know, you've probably been getting messages on Messenger and all that kind of stuff about, hey, get some Bitcoin. I endorse it. Well, I don't. I was hacked, and this happened a few weeks ago while we were in Treasure Island. They got in my Facebook account and changed my password. So that left me no avenue with Facebook. Won't let me do anything. So I started a new Facebook account, and it migrated over into there. They even got into Treasure Talk and tried to post a Bitcoin event. And it was somewhere over in Saudi Arabia or one of those places. But since that time now, I've completely redone everything, started a new Facebook page, which I will not be sending out friend requests for a good while here till we see what is what with this. And some of you on YouTube got messages, because I've been getting a lot of texts about some other troll that said that you won the prize on the legend and to text him on Telegram. Well, Telegram should be the key, because that's only in Europe. It's not in the United States at all. So some other troll was trying to get away with something there, because if you're a regular viewer of the show, you know what the deal is. You've got to be tuned in to win, and your name's got to be drawn and all that kind of good stuff. So
right. And I want to remind the folks too, on the Facebook is, to me, I don't like the platform that much, because it does have too many problems with trolls and whatnot, and with people just hacking your account or cloning your account. So just remember, folks, if it's on Facebook, just call us or whatnot, because it might not be true. And also, if you see something on the Facebook that doesn't look right, do contact Jeff or myself on the admin. You can go right to the Facebook admin and send a notice about a post, and we'll look into it right away real quick, because sometimes we don't see it right away. And that's the same thing with a lot of times. I have a couple different Facebook groups, and people post jobs, and that's not what our Treasure Talk or our Florida Metal Detector group and the other groups I'm on are about. We're not about job postings. It's not That's not what our forum is for. It's for treasure hunting and letting people know how to do it and what we're doing, and just educational most part, and for people to show off their finds and do different things. And it just makes our hobby neat. Now, I do want to remind folks it is Facebook, so things can happen. So be careful with that. I'm not a big fan. I've said this many times. I'm not a fan of Facebook, but we pretty much have to do it for business. So
Yeah.
don't post any jobs. If you see somebody post a job, flag us and let us know that it's on there. And the other thing is don't air any dirty laundry. I see people put that kind of stuff up, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, that has nothing to do with metal detecting. Let's take that down real quick. So that's my uh, I just that's what I just wanted to say tonight on that stuff. So I'm
It
glad
is.
you're back, Jeff, and you're not selling Bitcoin. So
Well, I tell you what, I just, my fingers got sore from all this stuff. And so if some of you saw on the last um, Facebook page that I had, I decided to mess with the hacker a little bit and put up an avatar. So that's who I think was involved with it. But so apparently now they've done something with Messenger, and Dilek possibly did not get the link. I do not know. I'm going to quickly send her another one. So why don't you talk about the legend, Phil, and what the deal's going on?
okay, well, absolutely. The Legend detector to me is one of the best priced products out there. If you're getting started in detecting, or even you've been detecting a while, and you want something waterproof, do I even have it in my picture? I got one in a box behind me. But let's just, while we're waiting for Delete to jump on, let's remind everybody, got my calendars out. So if you want a printed calendar, you can any order that goes out of the shop from now probably till January 1st is going to have a calendar in it. But that just goes without saying. If you buy a Legend, you're going to get that too. But in the box, now this is the Legend Pro Pack. Dilek has really outdone herself for the Legend Pro Pack. You get two hats. You get a Legend hat, and you get the Naka Macro hat, or corporate hat. And you get a real nice treasure pouch for out there digging in dirt and getting it done. Those are two cool accessories. This is in the Pro Pack. And then this guy's in the Pro Pack too. Naka Macro made their own digger. And it's probably made out of, looks like aluminum or something, but it looks like it will do the, get the job done quick. So you get a digger. Then you get the small coil. And you know how much I like the small coils, Jeff. For any detecting, dirt digging, I just like the small coil because even though this is a 6-inch coil, you'll be digging coins 8 inches deep plus with that, especially if there's some moisture in the ground. And I always tell people, hey, if you can't swing that 11-inch coil, put the small coil on it. If you're new to detecting, learn to detect, or if you had any health issues and you're having a hard time with the bigger coil, put the small coil on by all means and enjoy your hunt. You might not go as deep or cover as much ground as the large coil, but you'll have a more enjoyable time. And I just think it's easier to pinpoint, easier to learn a detector. To me, it's just the best way to go. And you can't go wrong with a small coil, especially if there's a abundance of targets in the ground. It's so much easier to cherry pick. Let's say you just were looking for silver coins or coins in general. You could dig the higher numbers and just dig the coins and leave everything else for somebody else. Then also in that pack, and this is the cool thing, this Naka, this is a pulse dive, which if you all know, the pulse dive, you can take, this is the same as pulse dive. It just comes with the pinpointer. This is a pulse dive pinpointer. But you can buy the 8-inch coil that goes on here, and then you have a separate a snorkel detector. You put the 8-inch coil on it, and you could be out there in the salt water because it's pulse, and you can snorkel, wears masks and gear, and go to town with it. So you got a second detector if somebody wanted to do that. Also does come with their holster. And what else does this come with? Oh, and it comes with the, if you want to put your, it's got the, I guess you call this the leg holster.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
That is, you put your pinpointer on your leg, and you just, after you're done using, put it right back in there. And I imagine you could hook one of Dan's lanyards to it too somehow.
Yes, indeed.
And then you wouldn't lose the pinpointer, but dirt hunting is kind of hard to lose a pinpointer, but hey, it's done. I've had people come in and buy multiple pinpointers because of that. Not that I'm smiling, I'm happy they're losing their pinpointer. I make another sale. I'm not smiling. That's not a smile.
That's his
Okay.
unsmile. His
I'm not,
unsmile.
I'm not smiling. I'm not laughing. So yeah,
So,
buy another pinpointer. But it's, Dan's lanyard is cheaper than a second pinpointer. So
it's the best lanyard you can buy.
oh, it is. Those are great. I love them. I got one right here.
I have one right here. As a matter of fact, though.
Yeah, I got the orange one right here. This one would stand out, you know, so you see it real easy. But they're available in a lot of different colors, and they're cool. And then what else is in that box? Did I get everything? Oh, the battery. You got an extra battery. You got an extra battery. Now this is in the Pro Pack. Which detector are we giving away on the show, Jeff?
We're giving away the Legend.
The Legend? So that's probably the standard Legend. Now the standard Legend, Naka's gotten really smart. They included that 6-inch coil in with it. So you'll get your regular coil, the 6-inch coil, and then the wireless headphones. And actually Naka's come out with another Legend that's just the Legend. It doesn't have any headphones. And I can't remember the price off the top of my head, but I thought it was around $5.99, something like that. Call me at the shop if you want that particular one. And it's just a detector with nothing, just a detector, no headphones. So
well, I think the one that we're giving away, Dilek, has never been one to, you know, to cut corners. So I'm sure that the one we're giving away is going to have the headphones in the whole 9 yards. So
yes, oh yeah,
it may not be the Pro Pack now, but
yeah, it may not be the Pro Pack, but yeah, they're excellent, excellent company, and the proof is in the pudding. I see people post on Facebook all the time finds they found with their Legend, and even the stuff they found with their Simplex. They even do people. If you learn that detector, you can use that one in salt water too. It's not going to go as deep as your Legend on the wet sand and the salt water, but you can do it. If you're just occasional beach hunter, you use one, a low price detector. The Simplex Plus is an excellent choice too.
But, yeah, a lot of people find a lot of good stuff with the Simplex too.
Yes, they do. And I think, you know, Naka was smart because they put out a really good product, really cheap, and that got people into the Naka brand because all companies, all manufacturers, they want people to be into that particular brand. They want you to be a brand loyalist. Now, Jeff and myself, we're not loyalists. We'll try different detectors. If we find something that works, hey, great. But, you know, these companies, they want you to be strictly their brand because, you know, they are good products and they want you to keep buying their products. So
well, you know, Big Lee Thibodeau, Mr. Big Lee Tibbs, he says this last weekend he found 31 silver coins this weekend with his Legend. Now, Big Lee, I have to ask you, were you over at the Central Florida hunt? I bet you he was over there. He's the,
yes, there was a lot of folks. Hey, that brings up the other thing I wanted to talk about before I got off of it was one of the, I'm not going to say which manufacturer rep it was, but lost some items that they were using to test the detector. And that was just a big black eye for our industry. And yeah, it's just people in general, but it could have been somebody new, not in the club or not in it. And they just were just a scoundrel, but walked away with some of the stuff. And And unfortunately, a lot of times these manufacturers just have one person working their table, and you can't have
Yeah.
eyes in the back of your head. And so if you're out there at one of these hunts, help some folks out. Keep an eye on things. If you see something, say something. That's the way we'll stop it. Because unfortunately, in any hobby, there's going to be good people like us here. 99.9% of the people are going to be just stand-up people, but you always have that negative part. So I felt sorry for that rep that lost that items. It just
Yeah, that's just,
it hurt.
and it sickens you when you hear stuff like that.
Yes, it does.
Because 99% of the time, if the rep is there by themselves, people could abscond with a detector,
Yes,
and but they don't, because overall, people in this hobby are pretty honest. I mean, you're always going to have some people that, plant fines or do whatever. You're going to have those that you can't get away from it. Some people just crave the adoration or whatever it is so badly that they stoop to doing things that possibly they would never ordinarily do. But to do this and I think it was like 2 or 3 items that was pilfered, I think.
yes, I think so too. And it makes the person who lost the stuff, and it probably wasn't real valuable, but it was probably more sentimental, I think, of
Well,
anything.
from what I understand, it was either a gold coin or a hammered silver coin that was
Yes,
covered in England. So that would be and a gold nugget, I thought.
yes.
But
Oh,
I'm
I
not
hope it wasn't. I hope it wasn't the gold nugget, because I saw the nugget, and there was a couple of them that looked like an ounce or bigger.
That's a good size. That's a big nugget.
Yeah, we
That's
the
like a McDonald's chicken nugget.
yes, it was a big nugget, and it would make me sick if it was that. So,
Well, I imagine it made.
oh, I hope that was our guest.
No, that was spam.
Ah, bummer.
No, I don't know. Something's happened with Dilek, and I don't know what it is. I have to try to get up with her and find out what it is. But because usually, Dilek says she's going to do something, she's going to do it,
Yes.
and you don't ever have to worry. So I don't know if maybe the troll somehow compromised. Who knows? You
Yeah, and
know,
change the date. It could do anything, Jeff. You just never know.
yeah.
The Facebook platform, they don't really help you any either when this happens to you,
Oh,
do
I
they?
tell you what, it's terrible because the hacker and the cloner, they're the ones that have all the rights. You have no right as an owner of that page. You don't make any difference. So whatever, let's just put that to bed. I'm tired of talking about that.
Okay.
You know, you know what I mean? And hopefully we won't have any more trouble with it. But
Yes. You
um,
move on. You just try to do things different so that it doesn't happen again. And
yeah,
remember, tomorrow's a new day.
yes, it is. It is indeed. And I think I may go detecting tomorrow.
Hey, how's the weather up your way?
Well, it's not bad. It's not scaldy hot anymore. It's only going to get probably about 85, 86 tomorrow. So it should be okay to go do some dirt digging. I just landed a really good permission that before much longer, the Mumbles man will be up here with me, and John David will be over here, and we'll be over there at this permission. There's spots over there from the 1700s, so um, maybe we might find some good stuff. At an old church that burned down in the mid 1800s. So you just never know what we're going to find.
Yeah, and I was just looking at her at the StreamYard at the comments, and Michael Boyle said, Phil Myers, the event by the CFMDC has made me stay with the hobby and helps with my mental health and my PTSD. So that's awesome. Because
Yeah.
the metal detecting hobby does help a lot of people. Because get your mind off of things, and it's just good to get out there and clear your head. And then this is a shout out to Luis Vicente. He says metal detecting would help me with my diabetes. Walking is great exercise for my heart and will help the blood flow in my feet and legs. It will
Yeah,
also help reverse neuropathy and the pain that comes from neuropathy. I
yeah,
guess
and
if walking is good for you, you're going to do a lot of that metal detecting. That's for sure.
that's for sure. And that's why we started the Blue Spade Society, which Myers Metal Detectors is the sole sponsor of the Blue Spade Society for people that do have infirmities and other maladies that maybe they can't do one thing, but they can do another. And everybody that's a member of the Blue Spade Society is there to help and to guide and to offer advice and all that kind of stuff. So if any of y'all have got any kind of problem or know somebody that does that may be interested in getting into the hobby, go on over to the Facebook group Blue Spade Society. We completely redid that too. So um, and ask to join. You'll meet a fine group of people, and maybe you ask some questions and all that kind of stuff. And when you decide that you want to buy something, whether it be a magnet or a detector, a scoop, a shovel, whatever, you call Myers and mention the Blue Spade Society, and you get a discount. So it doesn't get any better than that.
It
Plus, you
does.
get all the expertise.
Yes.
So
And Jeff, Naka, like the Simplex and the Legend, they were kind of the first to put that vibration in the handle of the detector, and they were,
that's killer.
yeah, they were
Yeah.
thinking about people who were hearing impaired, and that
Yeah.
that feature is showing up in other detectors now.
I'm
It's,
sure it is. It's a good feature. When
it
you
is,
copy it, that tells you it's a good feature. And it's
yes,
not only good for hearing impaired, but if you are it's on the legend. So if you are a water hunter and you're completely submerged, a lot of people just, oh, I got to see the numbers. You hit that vibration in your hand and you know you're on a target. And at night, even. Plus, they got a flashlight on it.
yes. So it's amazing these features that they had on the Simplex is now in the Legend, and it's now going into other brands too. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, I guess copying is the best form of flattery or whatever, but that's what other manufacturers are doing, because I think that that is a neat uh, feature on those detectors.
Delco Detecting wants to know how much the pulse dive sells for, and that depends on whether you're getting the big coil or the standard coil, doesn't it?
No, I think that the Pulse Dive kit is 189. That comes with the 4-inch coil and the pinpointer, and then the large coil. Now, if you had the Simplex Plus, all you would need would be that 8-inch coil, and you'd have a pulse dive with the 8-inch coil. And I think that one is, if I'm not mistaken, geez, $86 for that coil. So, or you can buy it separately. I mean, buy the pulse dive and the 8-inch coil for 189.
That's still a great deal.
Oh yeah, it's to me for people who don't want to buy a detector. They don't want to be seen like look like us, Jeff, the old guys walking down the beach with the detector, having a
Yeah.
good time. They just want to snorkel and they want their little hand detector. That's what they could buy that, and it's $189, and they're out in the water having a good time with it. Even for kids, that's an excellent gift for a kid who you want to get him started metal detecting. Boom, he can be out in the
Or
water.
even let's say, Phil, if you're just like a Blue Nemo user
Yeah,
and you want to do something with that, that would be the one that I would get. Right? If you don't want to lug around a bigger detector, get the pulse dive. And with that Blue Nemo, that's going to be killer.
yes, absolutely. They can go up to 10 feet deep, and they can detect and fan and dig, or take a little scoop or a little plastic shovel and just go to town with it. And it's funny,
Yep.
and I don't recommend doing this, but I have a lot of customers who like to go in the springs with a detector, and they buy the black one because they say, "Oh, it camos well with their black wetsuit." I don't know. Some springs allow you to hunt in the water and some don't. And I think they
Yeah,
may be going into the ones that don't. But
yeah, probably,
yeah, so
probably.
I
Yeah,
don't know anything about that. But I don't recommend that because if you go in an area you shouldn't be, you probably shouldn't be there with a detector. So
that is true. That is the true. If you don't have permission, don't go because you're going to get caught sooner or later, and you're going to just put another black eye on this hobby, and you're going to cost somebody else. That follows the rules and the regulations and has a good plan, and
right,
it's going to cost. So just be honest and upfront. Don't go where you're not asked.
right.
You know,
If you and
it don't pay.
yeah, I ask builders all the time to hunt on their lots in my area because I'm in an older area, and I see other people they just go jump on the lot and detect it, and that kind of irritates me. But hey, it's what they do. I just want to, ask the builder first, and he's cool with it. I'll go metal detect it, and I have a good time, and I'm not looking over my shoulder.
Yeah,
So
and quite possibly you'll get other permissions from that builder.
right,
But if he has
yeah,
to, if he catches you and has to put you off, that's it.
that's it. You're absolutely right. And with the builders I'm dealing with, they if one of their people lose something, like I was called out to find a wellhead, and he asked me if I could find it for him. They went over it with a dozer and buried it, and they can't find it. So it took me all of 10 minutes to find it for them. They were happy. The new property owner was happy, and of course, I'll get more invites back to other properties because I did that for them. So you just got
Yeah.
to what goes around comes around. So you've
Yeah.
got
Well, I got a
to
question here from Steve Kunder. He wants to know in the Blue Spade Society what are the requirements to join. Well, the requirements, if you are handicapped, that's one of the requirements. If you're not, if you're willing to be a helper to somebody, that type of thing, to mentor somebody. That's all. If you go to the Blue Spade Society Facebook group, you will see the list of questions to answer and to submit your application, and we'll get you approved. I think it's a really a good group. There's a number of people on here that are members. I know Phil's a member. Low Tide Tim, the Bowls Man, is a member. John David, actually, he's the one we kind of created the group for. And so I think you'll have a good time, and maybe you'll get to do some good for somebody, and that's what it's all about.
Hey, Jeff, I just saw a comment from Dwight Cologne, and he
Uh-huh.
said, from Dwight, he says the best bang for the buck if you're a diver or a snorkeler for that pulse dive. And I would have to agree with that. I think that thing is just an awesome little detector that anybody can, it's affordable and you can go in saltwater and just do an excellent job having a good time with it.
Well, tell Dwight, if you're listening, Dwight, call Dilek and tell her to check her email because we sent the link. She's supposed to be on the show.
I had a question. Did I use my Blue Nemo in the golf? And no, I have not. I've used it in the swimming pool, but I haven't gone into golf with it. But I'm going to have to do that soon.
Yeah,
But
it was.
hey, maybe
The
hey, if Dwight's around, you should send Dwight the link. He could do Dilek's job
Okay, Dwight, I'm sending you a link, dude.
if he's around, and he can be.
Can you just, Dwight, are you here? Let me know.
Yeah, because he's just awesome for the Naka brand.
Oh yeah, he bleeds Nocta, and
Yeah,
he's one of the best that they have. I mean, he's going to be on the show in another week or so.
well, we'll take him twice. We like
Yes,
Dwight.
yeah, because he's going to have the Cyrene Kimmy will be with him. So
Yeah,
um,
if he's available, sure. Because yeah, he's just real positive, and I think positive for our hobby and our industry. Because I
yeah,
see his videos all the time, and it's just real. They're real. Uh, what a spokesperson. So
yeah, he doesn't get much better than that.
But
So let's see. Let me see if what I can do. We'll send him a link anyway, just to see. Da, 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 da.
other questions, Justin? I missed.
Somebody wants to know about a surprise guest, but we don't have anybody. They didn't show up.
No, we did. We weren't going to have a surprise guest. We were going to have Dilek. That was the question that Jocelyn was reading me. But evidently, she's probably either in Turkey or you said Australia. So
that was a couple of weeks ago. I don't know where she's at now.
Yeah, different time zones or whatnot. I could see us having this happen every once in a while. The gremlins are out, especially in the internet. But
they're always out there.
Yes, for sure.
So I'm going to see if I can send him an email. The messenger won't go through because it's completely new, and I haven't really set it up.
Yeah, I think you have to be friends on Messenger for a messenger to go through.
Yep.
So.
And I don't have his email, so that's not going to work because usually we talk through Messenger, but we're getting through it. I'll get up with Dilek and
were you doing the drawing tonight or wait until she's on?
No, we're doing the drawing. These people came to win a detector and to learn about it, and hopefully we're doing a good job there. So it won't be too much longer. I don't know. We'll do the drawing. So because a lot of times, you'll have people, as soon as the drawing's done, boom, they're gone. So.
Oh yeah, that happens for sure.
Yeah, it happens. So we got a lot of people in the chat tonight, and I realize this is my bad, but we do have the Digging Canuck is in the chat, and it's Thanksgiving in Canada.
Is it?
Yeah, she's probably in a turkey coma. Yeah, whoever's a Facebook user, I don't know who you are, but you said you can call Dwight. Call him. And tell him.
He could be out to dinner for all we know and jumped on his phone. And
he probably was out digging.
And but if you have any questions, folks, on Naka products, by all means, just type them in. We'll try to get them answered as best as I can and Jeff can. And I've got Jocelyn here, and she's manning the Facebook page. And we just got back from her breast cancer surgeon, and today was another good day, wasn't it, Jocelyn? Yeah, because she got a clean bill of health. You do that when you had cancer. They do that to you twice a year, and you're always sweaty. You're always a little stressed about it. But we got another good report.
Well, there's a young man on here that's a member of Treasure Talk YouTube called Scuba Daver. He said he needs a Blue 3 Nemo or a Nomad, and I believe you have those in stock.
I have the Nemo with 2 batteries in stock in the backpack, so I've got that. We could ship that out tomorrow if he wanted it, and we could give him a special price since he's been on Treasure Talk. But just give me a ring tomorrow. I can get the Nomad. I don't have the Nomad in stock, but I can get that.
That shouldn't be a problem. You just call them up and say, get it, boom. There you go. So if you're looking for he's in Bradenton, so he can just stop by the shop.
Yes, he could.
That's a good idea because that's one of the reasons why a brick and mortar store is so successful. You can go, you can put your hands on it, you can see it, and then decide if you want to buy it and take it home with you right then. So that's a good deal.
I just had a question from Tom Becker. And he's asking me what the Legend weighs, and I believe it's about 3 pounds. So I'm gonna Google it. It's got to be less than 3. No, it's exactly 3 pounds.
Yeah.
If you wanted to be a little lighter, Tom, you could put that 2-inch coil on it, and that would make the detector a little lighter. Probably
extremely well balanced.
Oh, yes.
The best balanced detectors I think I've ever seen.
And the carbon fiber uh, lower shaft, it's not round like the MindLab product, or it's made exactly. It looks like the Dea shaft.
Yeah,
You know, where it
yeah.
has a shape to it, so it won't spin on you. So that's a good feature too.
Well, how is the? We got a question from the Canuck. Is the Legend? How is it selling day in day out against the Simplex?
I sell more Legend because of the salt water issue. You know, with multi-frequency, it's going to run smoother on the wet salt sand and the salt water. So I sell more, even though it's a more expensive unit. I sell more of those than the Simplex. I do stock the Simplex, and I think the Simplex. I still have a few left. That has the. It's got some accessory in with it. That it's funny with Naka products. I get emails like once a week about them being out of certain products as they get a big load of them, and I mean, I guess
Hmm.
huge containers, and then they go really fast. And I stock them, so I usually have them a little longer than the other dealers who are just selling them drop ship.
Right.
So
And
um,
um, Mooseny wants to know what Legend coils do you have in stock?
But he hasn't heard anything from Dilek. He just called.
um, Dwight said, told Jeff, I'm just telling you this. Dwight said that he hasn't heard anything from Dilek. He's tried to call her. Maybe she's had some issue, but
And I hope she's okay.
yes,
'Cause
absolutely.
like I said, the
We'll
leak is one of the most, if she says she's going to do something, and y'all know that she's been on a couple of times where it's 3 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning
3 in
and
the
the
morning,
turkey.
and she's on
I
the
hope
spot.
everything is okay.
That's dedication for sure. Uh,
Yes, and she'll let me know.
yes. Now, what was your question from Moose Nini?
He wants to know what Legend coils you have in stock.
Right now, I just have the 6 and the 11. That's all that I have in stock now. I don't think I have the 13 yet. They
Okay.
are coming out with 13, but I don't think I have that one yet.
Southern Cal Treasure Hunter wants to know the Legend Pro Pack price.
The Legend Pro Pack price, that's a good one. It's $765.
I tell you what, with all the stuff you get with that, that's a steal.
It is. You're getting
That's
the pointer. You're
absolutely
getting,
steal.
you're, I feel like Vanna White. You're getting the pointer. You're getting you're getting the pouch. You're getting the
Calendar.
yeah, you're getting a calendar, right? You're getting where I put my calendar. I got so much stuff here. You're getting a little one of these diggers that make it nice for digging in the grass and whatnot. If you've got permission to be in a nice older home, they have a nice manicured yard. You don't want to go in there with a shovel. You go in with your pinpointer, little hand digger, and they'll let you hunt all day long. Especially when they see you put those plugs back in, they can't tell you were there. So
Right.
you're
That's
getting
always
that. So it's an excellent price for that product, and of course, it ships for free too. You know that.
yeah.
And if you're not, he was in California, wasn't he?
He said SoCal, so I'm assuming
SoCal,
Southern California.
yeah.
Yep,
So it would ship all the way to California for free, and uh, Gavin Newsom wouldn't get any sales tax either.
that's right. You go to Devin, you say no tax for you.
And did you have a question, Josh?
Tell
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, that's an excellent deal for that product. To me, that is the best product for the features that detector has. And now you see even high-end manufacturers are copying them. Uh, that says something. And they
Yeah,
do an
Bob
ex-
Bolton wants to know.
I
Bob
didn't
Bolton
hear.
wants to know if there's Bob Bolton. He wants to know if there's customer service for Nocta in the United States, and I say yes, there is.
Oh yeah, there's a manufacturer. There's a repair center. I can't remember where was that. I thought it was over towards Arkansas or somewhere, towards the middle of the country. Because I've only had to deal with them one time in the years I've been selling their products. I had something that just it was a kids detector, and we put the batteries in it because I want to make sure, hey, it works for the show them, and it didn't come on. So I sent it to them, and they of course they looked at it and they sent me another one. They probably fixed that, but that was the only time I've ever used them, and it was turn time was out of it was like 6 days. I had the new product, so.
Yeah.
But fortunately for me and that customer, I had another one in stock, so that I just set that one up for him.
Always take care of. Eric Cowan commented. He said, "I missed some of the start of the show tonight. I saw on Facebook Jeff's earnings with the Bitcoin. Wanted to know if it was true. If so, awesome. And can I borrow 400 or 500,000 Bitcoin? Yeah, I'll send you right over to you know where."
Yeah, it's so funny. What we have and I'll talk about that for a second. We have the West State Archaeological Metal Detecting Club, Tampa's Metal Detecting Club, meets in a coin store, and they've got a big meeting room, so it just works out good for us. But every once in a while, we'll get one of these copper. It looks like a Bitcoin, but made out of copper. And to me, I don't anything I don't understand how it works, the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, I'm not going near it. You understand what the weight of a silver coin, a gold coin, the gram weight, the ounce weight, the value on it that people are willing to pay and trade that for. So I would stay away from anything crypto. It's just so funny.
Yeah, I just it's volatile, and it's too easy to get scammed with that stuff.
Right.
And it gets me. They go through Messenger. They go, "Hi, how are you?" If you talk about Bitcoin, who in their right mind is going to say, "Hey, this person just called me, but I can make a deal on Bitcoin"? Hello, McFly.
Yes, it's weird that that's what people do now. That's the latest scam. And I had a printing business for years, and I learned just about every scam known to man. That they would always want to come buy a business card to make themselves look credible. And so I've seen them all, and it never fails to amaze me how people get fooled by them. I even have the Tico. They'll clone a Tico phone number, and they do this all the time to businesses, normally restaurants, but they'll do that at like 12 o'clock noon when they're in the rush hour, and they'll tell them, "Hey, your power, this Tico, Tico is Tampa Electric Company. Your power is about to be turned off for failure of paying a bill." And they're hoping to get somebody to run and get a Walmart gift card and give them the numbers off the back to pay their bill. Well, Tico doesn't take a Walmart gift card. It's hilarious that they come up with these schemes. And what's more hilarious is people fall for them.
Okay, we've got a question from a Facebook user, and I do not know who it is. It says, "I can't get my Legend to go silent on the beach. I've got all the updates on it, tried setting it up all kinds of different ways. So how about some advice?" Well, sensitivity always on the beach. What do you think, Philip?
Well, I would say make sure he's in the multi-wet on the beach. Make sure multi-wet, and also turn the sensitivity down a little, not much, and it should be nice and smooth and quiet. I'm surprised at that. I think I know what it is, Jeff. What he's got to look and see if he's in 7.0 or it might be 9.0 now, the version, because I know 5 and below, a lot of times in the wet sand and the salt, it would be noisy, chattering. You couldn't get rid of it. So it might be his firmware update might not be up to the latest version.
Yeah, he just needs to check. He said he's got all the updates, but I would check. I would hook it up and do another update. If you're completely up to date, it will tell you that. If not, it'll do the update. I would try those first.
Yes, because it should, in that multi-wet beach mode, it should be nice and quiet.
Yeah.
Unless he's on a beach that's loaded with targets. And chances are that's not the case.
So, Scuba Daver, when you come into Phil's shop to buy the Nemo, you're not going to get a calendar, but you're going to get one of the coveted, and I mean coveted, Myers Metal Detectors yellow towels.
Yes. I still have some of these left.
They're coveted. Coveted.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, we got Edward Teach on there. And then, of course,
I gotta say something, Phil,
yes.
to this one person that when we did the live from the shop last week, that their comment was, he wanted all this information, but all he heard about was a stupid calendar. Well, I say to you, buddy, them calendars ain't stupid. Them's nice calendars. If you don't want one, that's cool. That just means more for me and somebody else.
Yeah, someone else will get a calendar. But yes,
They ain't stupid.
we did have a lot of questions on that live event we had. So we'll talk about that on some other show. But this show we're focusing on Naka products and just the cool stuff that they have. And we talked
just
about
had to bring that up.
Okay. Well, we talk about the Pulse Dive and the Pulse Dive Pinpointer and the Simplex Plus. And the cool thing about Simplex and the Legend is the wireless feature, the vibration in the handle. Oh, there's just so many cool features on it. They really outdid themselves, and they put it in a price point that, most detector companies aren't doing that.
Yes, indeed. So you know what? Let's just give away a detector. What do you think, Phil?
I'm fine with that for sure.
Okay, so what we had to do, as everybody knows, we had well over 500 entries. So the criterion was you had to be a member. If you're on YouTube, you had to be a member of Treasure Talk YouTube. And I do check. And on Facebook and the other places, you still have to be a member of Treasure Talk. So you had to use the phrase, and the phrase was, I can be a legend with a legend. And so the rules are, number one, you have to be tuned in to win. When your name is called, and only when your name is called, you will have 3 minutes. And to text Phil or myself at because we're foregoing Facebook Messenger for a while. It's going to be text. You see our phone numbers scrolling across the bottom of the screen. You'll have 3 minutes from when your name is called to text with your name and you are here. And then the only way you're going to get the detector is if you email to treasuretalkshow@gmail.com with your name, address, and phone number. And email is the only way we accept it. So that being said, get your fingers ready, because Diggin' Duo, if you are watching, you got 3 minutes. So at 7:52, we're going to go on to another name. So Diggin' Duo, you got 3 minutes to text Phil or myself. So are you unfrozen, Phil? I think internet sucks tonight.
You're not frozen.
Yeah, I'm still here. I just sent a link to my friend Michael. He said he could send it to Dilek, but I don't think she's going to get it because
he can send it to Dwight, but it's we've got 2 minutes left, so
yeah.
By the time we get around with it, I will find out. I'll get to the bottom of it. Dilek will let me know what happened, if she had a dilemma or something.
Yeah, and I'm sure we can get her on again because she's always a good guest. I like her talking about her products, and she does an excellent job. And I'm sure that all these manufacturers are doing all these different hunts. Like we just had the one in Central Florida, and they're doing some in the center of the country. And of course, other countries, Europe and Australia and whatnot. So they keep those folks busy working. And we just appreciate that we have these different manufacturers. And what happens, Jeff, is the consumer wins.
That's right.
The features on the Legend end up on the features of another product or brand, and they copy that, and then it's just the consumer always wins, because detectors today are just awesome compared to what they used to be.
Yeah, it's the more competition and stuff that's out there, the better it is, and for the consumer, like you said, because then they start, the manufacturers start battling it out, and offering a discount for this or discount for that, and the other one is, well, you're not going to outdo me, so
Yeah, they
Uh,
get in there and do it. And
yeah,
I would, and especially to new people detecting, I would discourage them from not getting something from one of the bigger brands, like a Naka, like the other manufacturers, Garrett or whatnot. Because I have people call me all the time and they ask me about, I can't remember the name of the last one, but I think it was the one in the Finger Hut catalog. And I always tell them it was 89 bucks. And I said, no, don't do that to yourself. Please don't.
no, because then they'll be unhappy with it.
Yeah,
And
don't waste your money. If you don't want to spend enough to get like a simplex or something, then you probably want to get a different hobby. Because
yeah,
I could see like a bounty hunter one like that, a low end one. They at least they work. They'll work. You know,
yeah,
a low end Fisher, Garrett, a simplex, whatnot. They all do an excellent job. But if you
yeah.
get something out of 89 bucks out of the Finger Hut catalog, you're going to be so disappointed. It's bad for our hobby them selling those.
I wouldn't say
It's I don't know why anybody would buy something like that off Finger Hut, but
Yeah.
especially if you don't know anything about the hobby, the first thing you need to do is become a member of Treasure Talk. The
Yes.
second thing you need to do is, even if you're in Southern California, for instance, you can call Phil 813-237-1939 and ask him any questions that you want to ask him.
Yeah, and we
And
can
you
get
get
it shipped
free
out.
shipping. So
Yeah, can't beat that. So they'll buy from an expert who's been doing it a long time. And if they don't get me, they might get Joe or they'll get Jocelyn, and
yeah,
we can get them set up and go have a good time with this hobby and get. And I would say the other thing to do is to get connected with the hobby on Treasure Talk, on Facebook groups, on the local Facebook group, or even a metal detecting club, because
yeah,
there you can learn a lot from other metal detectors, and
yeah,
everybody's willing to share some information. They might not put you on their secret spot, but they'll give you a good idea. Did we
yeah.
get a winner, Jeff?
No, we didn't.
Did we find
So Miss Patty Disharoon, if you are here, and I thought I saw you in the chat, you got 3 minutes, girlfriend, to text me or Phil with your name and that you're here, and you won a legend. So Patty Disharoon.
Well, hopefully she'll be on there and she'll have won it and be happy. Because the other person that Dilek gave away was a young man in Canada, wasn't it?
Yep. Yep. That was when before the legend was just coming out. Um, Liam from Liam Lutz Hamilton was the young man that uh, to win that. And somebody said that she went out to let her dog pee. Well, the dog better cut it off, and she better get back in here and text.
so I'll tell them to call you.
Yeah, can do that.
Patty
Yeah.
Disharoon, you have won a legend.
So she was there.
She was there. That dog said, "Woo-hoo. It's it. I got to get me a detector."
Nice.
Okay, good.
Now, folks, I've had people asking about my calendar. I do have them in stock, and any orders that get shipped out, if it's for a Dan's lanyard, anything, I'll put it in the envelope with it, and you'll get a free calendar. So if you
Yep.
need anything,
And,
if you want just to buy the calendar, you'll get the calendar for free, but just the postage, I think, is a couple bucks. And I do have that on my website, so you could do that. That would be the fastest way to get it, unless you want to come in the shop and pick one up. That's always
yeah,
the
then you
best
can
way.
browse. You
Yes,
can browse.
that's the best way. So you can look
That's
at the
right.
Blue Nemo, or you look at the Naka Legend, or the Simplex Plus, or the Pulse Dive. You can look
Yep.
at all that cool stuff.
And all the scoops and all that kind of good stuff. Now,
Yeah.
Patty, you got to do the email, girl. You know the drill. Name, address, phone number, treasuretalkshow@gmail.com. Get her done.
And
Let me get that banner off there. I tell you what, that's a nice prize, ain't it?
yes, it is. And
Woo!
and I'd like to talk to one of the guys who actually uses the battery, who gets out there and hunts over 12 hours. Well, maybe they're out camping or whatnot, and they
Yeah.
don't have to worry about the thing going dead. They've got a charged up, charge the extra battery out. I guess if you're maybe, oh, that detector's got a gold prospecting program, so maybe you're out in the desert or somewhere in Arizona, and you don't have a power hookup. That would be excellent for that. I never thought of that. Being here in Florida, we'll hunt 3 or 4 hours, and that's pretty much it.
Now, did you see the message from Louis Vincente? How can I buy one from your site?
For what? The legend?
No, I think it's a calendar, but he can have a legend too.
Oh,
Which
yes.
one are you talking about, Louis?
The calendar should be on my site if he wanted to do that. That makes it easiest because I can it puts the address and everything in it. All I got to do is print the label out and put it in an envelope and mail it to him. And we'll throw
He wants the legend.
himself. Oh, he wants a legend too? Well, he'll
He
get
wants
it.
the legend. So he's going to get 2 calendars and
Yeah.
a towel.
2 calendars.
2 calendars and a towel. And maybe
Right.
even a canvas fines apron. We'll do that too.
Phil just loves it because I'm giving all his stuff away. 2 calendars, a towel, and a carpenter's apron.
Yes.
And Treasure Talk stickers.
Oh, that's a given. Whether you want them or not, you're going to get a Treasure Talk sticker and a Myers metal detector sticker. A decal, I should say. Yeah, they're for outside. Yes, it's decal. Or you could put them on your musical. You could put them on your
MyersDepot.com.
Yes.
Or Louis, you can call him at 813-237-1939. Same thing.
Yes,
You
and get
call
the
him
Pro
tomorrow at
Pack.
shop.
Get the Pro Pack. And if the doctor wants you to be walking, I would tell you this: put that small coil on there first. Easier to learn. You'll have if the doctor's asking you to walk, so you must have some kind of sort of issue, maybe not, but I would still say put the small coil on it, especially if you haven't detected before. It's just easier to learn on. Wouldn't you agree, Jeff?
I think so, yes. Yeah, just take your time and enjoy it. Get outside, get some fresh air. Low and slow wins the day.
Yes.
And you'll be good.
Right. And I don't know what area you're in, but if you're in the Tampa Bay area, for sure, check out the Metal Detecting Club. Not the one in Tampa here, the one over in Largo or St. Pete. That's a good club too. I'm a member of that. And they do different events on the beach too, so you can learn with other folks. It just makes life easier when you start learning everything about the hobby. It'll make it easier. And then you'll have stories to share with people of your cool finds that you find, for sure.
He's in Arkansas.
Oh, he's in Arkansas.
You're on Central Time, Louis. So Phil's on Eastern Time. So tomorrow at 11 o'clock, which is going to be 10 o'clock your time, call 813-237-1939. And
we'll
tell
get
him
it
what you
taken
need,
care
what
of.
you want, and we'll get you taken care of.
Yeah, and he could take that detector like out in the Ozarks, out in what is the big lake that's there?
Lake of the Ozark.
The Lake of the Ozark. I should have known.
I don't know where he's at in
Arkansas. That's Arkansas, Ozark, right?
Yeah. But
dig right in the lake.
Yeah, and it runs smooth even in a puddle of spilled moonshine. Works great.
Yes. And
no worry.
Yeah, so we'll get them set up tomorrow for sure. And other folks who wanted the calendar, it is on my website. If you didn't want to make a purchase, you just wanted to pay the shipping on it, it's on my website. But we prefer that you just find something on our site and we just throw that in for free. So
yep, you'll get it all good. So it's time.
Oh, it is.
For us to go.
Yeah, that was a fast hour, even without a guest speaker. But we'll get Dilek back on for sure. She must have had some issue. That's all I can think, because she was always on in 2 or 3 in the morning from Turkey. So we'll just get it.
There was some kind of an issue, and it might have been where, she wasn't getting the messages through Messenger. I sent some emails, so I'll be talking to her, and I'll let everybody know. And we just hope and pray that everything's okay. Because
absolutely,
things are strange over there sometimes. So we'll let everybody know, keep you updated. Thanks for watching. Thanks for bearing with us. And thank you for understanding about the infamous Bitcoin Swami that's been out there. So,
Oh, I know you're a secret cryptocurrency expert, Jeff.
that's
That's
right.
just another life. But anyway, my friends, I thank you for being on the show here with us today. And of course, any questions, just give me a holler, 813-237-1939. So thank you, Jeff. And thank you, Jocelyn, for helping us once again. And of course, we really enjoy doing Treasure Talk. It's a fun time. So hopefully you learned something.
Yep. And then we have a now Treasure Tales Thursday night. You're going to want to tune in for that one because that is the brother from another mother show and the sister from another mister.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, it's gonna be a fun time because of course it's me, obviously. The Diggin' Canuck is my sister from another mister, and my brothers from other mothers, the Guru,
Are
the
you going to let
Mumble
me on?
Man. Huh?
Okay. I'll bring
Yeah.
some finds that I think are the best.
And John David. We're all going to be in the house, and we're going to have a bang up time. So we'll see you at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time Thursday night for Treasure Tales.
All right, my friends.
So
Thank you.
we're out of here.
All right,
Thanks for
happy
watching.
hunting.
Picture you want to say.
Dig
Happy hunting.
deeper.
And dig deeper.
Lock it up.
Dig deeper, my friends. We'll see you.
Bye bye.
Did we end?